Hi guys, it's Tim with EventOffice and InflatableOffice, and I just wanted to go over with you some of the new features that we added into IO Phone. We're really excited about some of the new upgrades here. A lot of these things have been things that people have been asking for since we started doing IO Phone. And I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but we're the only software company doing rental software that we know of that actually has a phone service built in. We actually built our phone service on many of the platforms that the big companies like RingCentral use, so we can do quite a bit with it. And it adds quite a new dynamic to how you can manage your back office and take care of your customers. So uh, I want to go over today a little bit on numbers. This is a new thing that we did where it used to be that you could only have one number. Now you can see that you can add numbers. If you click to add a number in your account here, we let you name it. That's really useful just so that you know what that number is for. You can choose whether or not you want it to be an outbound available number. If it's outbound available, it's going to show up here, okay, in this little drop down. Um, so you can choose whether you want it to show up in there or not as a number that you can call out from. We try to use some smarts to determine, what number you're trying to call out from. In most cases we can, but occasionally you want to specify when you're calling out. You can manually port in, and this view is what you see when you're an administrator like me. This is a view that we get. What you would see here is instead you would see a search option where you can put in things like an area code, a zip code, or a city, and try to find a number that's in your area that you'd want to use. Additionally, and I'm going to close this and actually go to one number that we have set up here so you can see what it looks like once you have a number in here. Um, the next thing is really to set up your greeting audio. Now, you don't have to do this. If you don't do this, we play just this normal ring sound. So your customers would just hear a ring until someone answers. But if you want, you can click in here and say, I want to create a new recording. And you can either upload or you can record. So I would just have to authorize, and I would name it, greeting. We'll call it maybe main greeting. And then you just click start. This is my greeting that I'm recording. Make sure that you don't hang up before you talk to us because we got great deals. And there you go. I've got my recording. I can save it. Now I can choose it, and I have my main greeting set there. So one of the things that you can also do here is you can loop your greeting. So let's say you want to build like a nice greeting with music in the background and maybe some information. While you're waiting, we'd like to tell you some of our specials, like XYZ. Someone will be with you soon, play some music, and then maybe you start the greeting over again if no one's picked up yet. You can do that. You just choose to loop the greeting. It's real simple. Let's say maybe you want to have it set up to where they can dial extensions. So one of the things I like about our phone system is that you can have ring schedules and you can set it up to kind of auto direct these calls around to where they should be without the customer having to worry about what number to press and stuff like that. But I know a lot of you like that old school, I call it old school, where you actually give them menu options and they can choose what they want. So you can still do that here too. I would have just recorded the greeting differently. I would have said, for sales, press 1. For if you have an event going on and you need to talk to your driver, press 2. Whatever, you can do those sort of things as you're greeting. And in that case, you could probably still want to loop it potentially. But most likely they're not going to let it go to loop. They'll probably press a number. Um, and and I'll show you how you set up those numbers to work, either in this video or a later one. We'll see what we get to here. And you can also choose some hold music here. So if you're not looping your greeting, when your greeting finishes, you can choose any of these hold music things that we have in here, or you can make your own hold music. So that's how that works. Now, phone numbers by default, anybody can call out with that number. If you want to have a number that's specific to a person, you can choose those people here. So I could say, maybe Jim Jones is the boss and this number is his number, and we don't want anyone calling out with the boss's number other than Jim. So we could set it up that way, and but basically it could become just his number, like a direct number to him that he Doesn't have to give out his cell phone number. He can set a schedule on it so it only rings when he wants it to. He can filter out certain customers or certain things that he doesn't want to take. But this system that we built here with the numbers, you can have multiple inbound now, multiple outbound, set up a lot of different rules with them. It's super flexible, and I think you're going to really like it. So I'm not going to save this. This is our demo account here, but I just wanted to show you how that worked. Now we can go back to the iPhone menu. Because we have so much going on with iPhone, we actually build its own little menu here so that you can see all the different things here. I think numbers is all I'm going to do for this video because I'm getting a little long. But stay tuned. I'm going to do some other videos that kind of detail some of the other things in here, like how to set up your voicemails, some of the new features with those, with ring schedules. We did a lot with ring schedules. Groups are new, and a lot of new stuff in logging and custom rules. So stay tuned.